Good afternoon. It's, oh gosh, it's 2, go me. Let me start that again. Maybe I can put you here. Oh, that's kind of nice with the, yeah. Anyway, good afternoon. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, and we are going to Reutlingen. I'm Michaela. I'm a PhD student at the University of Tübingen, and I'm originally from New Zealand, but I'm, like I said, studying here in Tübingen. And we originally lived in Stuttgart for like 8 months, and then we moved to Tübingen. And I feel like when we were living in Stuttgart, like I can put it up on the top, we would travel so much around Stuttgart. We'd go and do hikes, like mini hike things, and we'd go to like surrounding castles, and we went to Ulm, and like it was so easy to travel when we were in Stuttgart because everything was close by. And I feel like since moving to Tübingen, obviously like things have picked up with my studies and I've been working a bit harder than I was in Stuttgart, and like things have changed quite a bit since moving to Tübingen, and we're now living in a place where I like know more people and all that, but we just haven't done as much since moving. And I've decided that I want that to change because I feel like my entire life right now is studies, and while that's good and like the occasional trip to America, like, okay, I can't say occasional trip as if it's casual, like I feel like we've been traveling a lot more internationally because we now have our visas, but also because I don't know, like things have been busier, and so I think we've been prioritizing things differently this year, which is really good, and I'm glad that we've done that. But I just like, yeah, haven't done as much around the Tübingen area, and so I thought today we're gonna travel. We're gonna get outside of Tübingen, we're gonna go for a cycle, and we're gonna cycle to Reutlingen, partially because they've got a TK Maxx there and I want a new candle for my desk, and partially because we haven't cycled that way before. And when I was coming down from Stuttgart, like every time I catch the train down, I'd see people cycling the cycle path because there's a path through the fields, and it just looked so like aesthetic and nice, and yeah, it's just something that I'd love to do. So we are going to do that today. This is actually like an interjection from a current like 2-part thing that I'm doing where I'm writing my first essay, where I thought I was going to do it all last week, do it by Friday, and I just ended up having so many more notes that I needed to sort through than was possible in a week. And so I've decided I'm gonna write next week. So last week was finishing the researching and next week is writing, and so I just wanted to have like a proper weekend break where I'm not just like sitting at my desk or sitting watching movies. I just wanted to get out and do something physical and see things, sightsee. So yeah, should be good. But anyway, I need to pack my bag because supposedly it's supposed to rain in a few hours, so I'm gonna pack all of the like waterproof bags and my raincoat and everything that's needed, so that hopefully we're fine on the way there, but on the way back, if it does start to rain, then nothing will get wet. Anyway, I need to stop rambling and pack, and yeah, let's go. Can I also just interject real quickly how strange it is to see myself without a fringe? I feel like this week I've needed a fringe back week so that I can work and not feel like there's things in my eyes, and like I just wanted practical over pretty. And again today, because we're cycling, like my fringe always gets squashed, so I was like, oh, I'll just try a new hairstyle. Looks kind of strange, like I feel like I'm not used to seeing myself without a fringe now, but it's fine. Luke is ready, got his backpack. I brought all of the waterproofing stuff, so I've got a dry bag to go in my back.
Oh, I have not.
What do you mean?
I have no waterproofing stuff.
We literally just talked about this.
I had me.
Your bag even comes with its own waterproofing bag.
No, but it's not in it currently.
That's brilliant. So I've got a dry bag to go in my basket at the back of my bike, and I've got the rain cover for my actual bag, and I've got my raincoat. I don't have my rain pants because I'm wearing like leggings.
I love rain pants. They're so good.
Oh my gosh, they're so good, but they're so gumpy. And I wore them to the GP the other day, and I just sat there and I'm like, don't think about it, don't think about it. I had like my fancy wool knit shirt on, and then my gumpy rain pants, and it was just not a very good combination.
Better than being wet.
True, it is better than being wet.
I just love it. These all pack into there.
It is very good. Yeah, we got these raincoats from Sport Check.
Yep.
They're very good. They're very good for very cheap. And I got my dry bag from New Zealand because Kmart has everything. So it was a good place to do it. Anyway, we're ready. I think we're gonna go get our bikes. It's honestly, I miss that.
It's way better than the like budget department stores here.
Yeah. I mean, TK Maxx is good, but it's so hit and miss what's actually in the store at the time, whereas Kmart
and
is
all
reliable.
Their clothing's so expensive still.
Not all
like,
of their clothing.
Well,
just their, like, I don't know, designer stuff.
Like Kmart has non-label stuff. That's really nice.
But their Everlast stuff is labelled and is really good. Not designer label, but
Kmart.
Yeah. Is it Everlast? That's really good quality stuff.
Even just their t-shirts, like their Organicon t-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyway, we are gonna go check the mail because Luke forgot to do it all week, which is fine. Normally I have the key and I took it off and gave it to him. He hasn't checked it all week. So we're gonna go do that, and then we're gonna go to Reutlingen, probably spend like an hour or so there, maybe a bit more, not sure. And then come back and we're gonna go to Obi, which has just opened up in Tübingen, get some plants, hopefully, and then go visit one of my friends, someone in my department. We're gonna go visit somebody in my department basically for a coffee, which is very late coffee, but it's fine.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about.
We're now on the cycle path and it is very scenic.
This is the cycle path.
Yeah, this is the cycle path to Reutlingen.
I think this is one of the cycle paths / farm roads.
Yeah.
Like if people need to access it, they bring car down.
Yeah. But the train line is just there. I can like just there. So yeah. Exciting!
Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow.
There's the train that I normally take. Yeah, I know. We're currently under a bridge, which is probably what you can hear. And we've just gone along this like pathway along there. Yeah. Well, because it's about balance, isn't it?
It feels so weird because you have to leave the bike, even if it's just like a little bit, you have to leave like a couple of degrees over the other way to put the bike slightly on the side.
Yeah.
I always overpack my bags. So.
I always overpack my bag as well, but I prefer the basket on the top rather than the either side.
It's fine if you've got both sides. Weight because the weight's lower. It's the basket on top. It's heavy as well. Good up.
We're at Simpson. We got the crispy chicken bowl. Frog. It's a bit terrifying. And that as well. Oh, scary. I like these small pots.
Wait, which one did you smell? That one?
This smells like a
stone-washed suede.
It
smells like cleaning products.
Oh, no, it smells like car cleaning products.
With smoke?
Yeah. Golden milk. Well, that's quite nice.
It's kind of like very candle.
I feel like sand and driftwood is just like a nothing scent.
Smell bad.
Like what's Sunset Sky? Rural feed. I don't know what makes them cheaper, but yes, much good, excellent. We found mini kiwi from the spinach section. Well, spinach down here, but the herb section. Hello, hi, good evening. Every time. Every time. What's that even from?
There was a Instagram video, maybe some sort of video like that online, where some girl was doing a vlog and her brother walked in shot and pretended to be their dinosaur or chicken. I can't remember. It was like, sorry, and then like pecked to the counter or something, and it was funny. I feel the need to interrupt all the vlogs now.
All of them.
Dinosaur / chicken stuff.
One day I'll make a compilation of. Anyway, it is now the evening. We had a bit of a change of plans day, to be honest. So we cycled out to Reutlingen and we shopped a little bit, which I can, if I haven't already, I'll insert the clips now. But I only took a few clips because I wasn't feeling too well after we ate food. I think it was a bit of a stress thing and an over-exercising thing because the cycling was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be. I was just imagining this like super picturesque field cycle.
Downhill both ways.
No, not downhill, flat. I thought it was flat.
It was pretty flat.
The first half of it was flat. The first half hour was flat. And then it started going uphill and I looked at my map, my camera. Oh, sorry, the map on my phone. And I was like, half an hour more. I was like, and it was like uphill and open road for the rest of the time. So it was definitely good, and like I'm glad that we did it because I've always wanted to cycle to Reutlingen. And it was very, very nice, but it was a lot more strenuous than I thought it was gonna be. Anyway, we bought some stuff at Reutlingen, which I'll bring out. And then we came back and went to Albi, which is a place that I've actually got a vlog there. I can see if I can find it. It's like a garden centre type thing, and in Tübingen we've got Hornbach and it's been here for a while, but Albi has just opened and I'm obsessed with the place. I think it's like the best garden centre ever. It's very cool and they've always got really nice plants and everything's pretty cheap, and yeah. Anyway, we were going to go buy a plant to fill a plant pot we have because we had peace lilies and they died, and we just, yeah, we thought we'd find something new to completely replace them. And then we ended up going to Albi and seeing like the trough things, and I've got a big windowsill here and we thought that the trough would be really nice there because it gets really good.
Do you want to try the trough?
Sorry?
Do you want to try the trough there, see if it fits? Because we're trying to figure out if it would fit.
Yeah, I'll do it after I've spoken through this bit.
I can't wait. I have no questions.
But well, you can go grab it then if you want. We bought the trough so that it will get the morning sun on my windowsill, and then we bought seeds, so we're gonna make spinach. We got 2 different kinds of spinach. Oh, I've actually got them here. So we have 2 different types of spinach. One is a Columbia spinach and one is a Corvair. I don't know what the difference is, but they look different. And then we got a basil, which is like my favorite of all herbs, and a parsley, and coriander, of course. And
did you say why we got the 2 spinaches?
No. And chives.
Because one of them's like an early season and one of them's a late season. So
yeah.
Between them, you should get a longer.
Which I feel like mostly matters when you're outside. But because it's going to be inside, I think it
should make a big difference as far as light levels though.
Right, true.
I think.
Yeah. So this is the trough.
Ah, we got the right size for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have got away.
Show the trough properly.
Da-da.
This is the length of the trough. And we're going to move the avocados over.
There's so many avocados.
That one can sit on my desk actually if you want.
Artistish. We could have got the
and
longer
that's
trough.
just going to sit there. We could have got the longer
Do you know
trough.
what this means though? Because this trough basically fits there.
Yeah, we could get
if
the other one.
If we want to go back and get the longer trough, it would be easier to have it 2 bits. So if we want to open this window, we're just
moving the one. We should do that. We should get the other trough.
Well, let's see how this one goes. Because if for some reason it hates being there,
yeah,
then there's no point having 2 there.
My only worry is that I hope that this isn't too cold for it. Like that this being raised up will help because, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't keep the soil really cold, you mean?
Mm. Anyway, so that's what we got from Albi. And then we got a few things from TK Maxx. I got some new lactose medication which if you ever move to Germany and you're lactose intolerant, you have to get this. You get it from DM, which is the drugstore here, and like American drugstore. I feel like I always need to clarify that. And basically the majority of people who are lactose intolerant don't have the enzyme lactase, which breaks down lactose. And so it's like tablets that you take when you're eating lactose, and it gives you the enzyme that you need to digest it. And I feel like I generally try and stay away from lactose because of my skin and just like general bloatedness, but sometimes it's just easier if you go out to dinner at somebody's house or birthday parties. You don't have to put down lactose as a like dietary requirement. It just makes it so much easier, especially because in my experience, I feel like gluten-free people are a lot more aware of, because it generally has higher risks, especially when it's like celiac or not just an intolerance. And I don't know, like vegan, vegetarian, those are generally more catered for. I feel like lactose is one of those things that so many people who are lactose intolerant just eat dairy anyway, that people don't really believe it's a thing, or like, I don't know, most people are just like, oh, I'll just put up with it. Whereas, because I have cut out dairy almost entirely, I then have a much like lower tolerance for any dairy, and it's kind of hard to explain it to people, so it's just so much easier sometimes for the medication. Anyway, we bought some chia seeds from DM because we run out, and then the best part, to see if they survived the ride home. Oh, actually, I bought some new deodorant as well, because I have been using, I think it's Wild, and it's really good, and I find that it works really well and it smells really good, but it's kind of expensive, and you normally want to buy it in bulk because it's expensive and you're paying for shipping. And then like the bottom of it, it's like a cardboard tub, and there's so much of it left in the bottom of the tub that doesn't screw out, and so you end up digging your finger into it, and I hate it. So I thought I'd try this deodorant. I have to get deodorant that is bicarbonate soda free, and a lot of deodorants that are bicarbonate soda free don't actually work, besides the Sarah's Day stuff. I found that's actually the best thing I've ever had. Thought I'd try that. And then I finally found a woodwork candle. Please work. There we go. If you don't know what a woodwork candle is, it is the best thing in the world. It basically burns slower because it's wood, but it also sounds like a fireplace while it's burning, and it is the best thing ever. But DK Maxx has really cheap candles, and so we got it from there. And then I've been finding that I eat too much food at the moment. I'm obsessed with food, and I just want to keep eating it all. And all of our bowls that we bought in the set are gigantic. And we used to have 2 different size bowls back in New Zealand. One that was quite a bit bigger if you have, I don't know, like soups and all that kind of thing, but then a smaller one if you just wanted something lighter. And I found that I just don't have a small enough bowl for when I want small things. And I mean, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I'm definitely a visual person, where if I have a big bowl with a small amount of food, I don't think that I'm full, or I don't think that I've eaten enough. Whereas if I have a small bowl that's piled, even if it's less, even if it's the same amount as the big bowl with a small amount of food, it feels like I've eaten a lot. And so I don't know, psychologically I find it works for me. So I bought this small bowl, and it's like, I don't know, some like painted ceramic on the outside, and then this like pretty, yeah, and it's only €4, so I really can't complain about that. And then to finally top it off, there's LiQWYD. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. It's like a DM's own makeup brand. It's all natural. I absolutely rave about it. I think I've talked about it on so many vlogs now, but it is the best natural makeup that I've ever found. And I finally got a bronzer, because the SPF that I'm using at the moment, I think must have zinc in it or something, and my face just ends up a lot whiter because of it, because I put it on. And unless I do like the full makeup routine with foundation and everything, which I don't want to do, I just want to put powder over the SPF, I just end up looking like a ghost. So I thought I'd try some bronzer just to like dab it on a little bit. Yeah, anyway, that was kind of our shopping trip. And then we were at Obi, and it's like a 2-minute cycle from my friend's house, and we were there, and he was like, oh, you're super close by, you should pop in for a coffee. and then it ended up being 7 PM by the time we got there, so he offered for us to have dinner at their house. So we had dinner with them and it was very nice, but now it's like 11 o'clock at night. 11:47. And yeah, I was gonna, if we were gonna come straight home, we would have made dinner, maybe done the plants, but it's a bit late. So I'm gonna end this here for the day at least. I might just like insert a clip at the end of tomorrow of us like replanting, or like planting all the seedlings and setting it all up, because it shouldn't take too long, so I might just do it in the morning. Plus this guy is not actually in here, he's like in his own thing loose, so I wouldn't mind like replanting him or something. So I'll see what happens, but I will probably do that tomorrow and put it at the end of this video. But thank you for watching, I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you were wondering if you're in Tübingen and if you should cycle to Reutlingen, you definitely should, because it definitely beat catching the train, even though the train is 10 minutes and it's a lot faster. I don't know, it was really pretty cycling through, and we saw a lot of the smaller suburbs that I haven't seen before, like Kusterdingen and I think Vanweil, and like a whole bunch of places that I'd actually looked at apartments in, and everyone was like, no, it's too far away, don't go there. It's actually a really nice cycle away. So I don't know, if we can't find an apartment in Tübingen after this place, like it's definitely an option going out there. It wasn't too far, but it was a really nice scenic cycle. And I can imagine when it's like beginning of summer where it's a bit warmer, the sun's out, a lot more of the fields are planted out with, or like they've got plants rather than just seeds where you can't see anything. I can imagine that it would be really pretty. So yeah, I'm definitely glad that I did it, and I really need to end this now because I'm rambling. But thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you with another video very soon, which the next one should be me actually writing the first section of my PhD, not just researching and organising my notes, which is kind of scary, but we'll get there. We will. We will first. I need to write something basically. I need to stop freaking out about how nervous I am, but I will see you with that video very soon. Bye.
So for some reason I've decided that I'm going to talk over this section so you can hear my voice instead of some very aesthetic music. But this is the planter or trough that we bought. We bought it from Orbi, and it has a little section underneath where we've been putting water into it so that the soil's getting water from the bottom, and then we've been spritzing the top. But we just got, you know, generic plant soil, I guess you could say, and we filled it in, and then we got, I think, 4 different types of herbs and then 2 different types of spinach, so that hopefully there'll be enough in there that we'll be able to slowly draw from it and it won't deplete it too much, but we'll also have a nice variety. We have actually decided that this trough was smaller than we expected, and the windowsill that we have it sitting on actually has a lot more space, so we're going to go back and get a bigger one. But we basically planted 8 holes across, and for the spinach there was 4 for each variety, and then the 8 holes at the front we had 2 for each herb. You can kind of see it written on there, but we just labeled it so we knew where it all was, and then we watered it. So we are, I'm just going to talk through this, but because they're seeds, not seedlings, we're kind of doing a faux greenhouse thing so that they germinate and stay warm. So we've just got bubble wrap. I was going to say packing paper. We've just got bubble wrap to hopefully try and insulate it, and then we'll just water it.